Hello and welcome to my new video. If you're new to my channel, hi, I'm Lex, and today I'm going to be going through 15 different dreams to show you some of the best examples I could find of resident houses, how you should decorate around them, or just inspiration if you're kind of stuck right now, because I know I am. Without further ado, let's get started. I'm super excited about this first island because, I mean, it's just stunning. I decided to start with a super unconventional way of decorating, and this creator has turned Daisy's house into a sort of building, and I think that is so cool. I mean, you can see the custom designs around it, the French inspiration, it's incredible. All of the custom designs are so beautiful, the decor, and the orange tree really pops. I'm loving all of the color here. Don't even get me started on this little bridge area. This is also incredible, but overall, outstanding island. I thought this was a great first example of a resident house if you really want to think outside the box when you're decorating for your villagers. This was just so lovely to me. I loved how Kara did this. So props to you, Kara. This looks absolutely amazing. Next up is my friend Enna's island, Carbonara, which we affectionately refer to as Carby. I am obsessed with the way Enna has set up this neighborhood. She's put the houses pretty close together, but they all have their own little vibe. I'm loving the decor around the sidewalks, the benches, the garden lanterns. They all look so good. And I really like how this neighborhood is structured because you have to go across this bridge, and also let's just look at that centerpiece. Amazing, outstanding, stunning. But these houses are all clumped together but still separated by the terraforming. Like, you have to cross that bridge in order to get over here to see these 4 houses apart from the others. You can see the cliff, how it ends there. That's just so cool to me, how I don't know how layered the terraforming is around here. There's so much going on. It's so dynamic. So yeah, I was just stunned by this whole area. Super beautiful seeing this winter island at night. Next up, we journey to one of my islands. I decided to visit Lorien's dream because this is where I made, I think, my favorite residential area. I walk behind this tree and I've kind of tucked Wolfgang away back here between the cliffs. I gave him a sunken waterfall, which started my whole tutorial idea, which was so fun. I loved seeing everyone's takes on sunken waterfalls. So yeah, this is an area that I was super proud of, and I just wanted to share it in this video. Also, just a side note, for islands like this, I will provide the dream address in the description, so if you're interested in visiting any of these islands yourself, some of them do not have public dream addresses, so I won't be sharing those, but in the case that the creator is comfortable with sharing their dream address, it will be in the description box. So yeah, make sure you check that out and also support the creators. Here we have another of my YouTube friends, EJ. This island is amazing. I was obsessed with this neighborhood. I love how structured it feels. I tend to go with a spreading the villagers out approach so that they all have their own spaces on the island. There's not like a neighborhood per se. But I love these islands where they create, you know, like personalized yards, and you can see EJ has done these pretty much based on like personality, perhaps even a touch of inspo from the house interiors of these villagers. Like, I would guess this villager is a Snooty by the harp. But yeah, beautiful views. I love the way structured neighborhoods offer views like this. Like, you get really straight bridges and waterfalls, but it's super beautiful to see just how planned out it is. It's so organized, so easy to navigate. I can imagine if I were a villager, this is the type of housing I would prefer, my own little personal yard, and you know, roads that make sense, but I hope my villagers are content to wander around lost forever. Also, I think this is Kat's house, and it's so precious that she gets a guitar. She deserves it. And I was curious about whose house this was because I loved the colors around the house, and it was Apple, so that's so fitting. She also has a really cute house. But yeah, if you're looking for all the like individual yard inspo, this is where it's at. These villagers, you know, they're all together, but they have such personalized spaces. It is completely adorable. I was astounded by this island. I came and visited to look at Melba's house, and I mean, how stunning is this setup? I don't know. I'm so glad I don't have Melba on my island because I wouldn't deserve her. She would not have a setup as lovely as this. I was just obsessed. I mean, all of the decor fits so perfectly. It's so well designed, and it feels so full, I think, which is incredible. And then I headed over to see Deirdre's house because I looked at the map and this area looked super interesting because of the water terraforming. And Deirdre has like her own little pumpkin farm. I loved this so much. I feel like, I don't know, it's just so beautiful. Also, notice the little T-Rex on the cliff. I've never noticed someone use the little dinosaur toy, but that was also major bonus points. I was like, that looks so cute. It really fits into the area. I was astounded. But yeah, just a gorgeous island all around. Next up, I found another island that had a very structured neighborhood setup with little yards between the houses, and I thought this was just stunning to look at. I mean, this island had so much symmetry to it, this neighborhood especially, and I just loved walking through and seeing it. I loved all of the wreaths on the doors. I think that adding wreaths is really cool. It adds a lot of, I don't know how to say, like, flavor to an area. Like, it just gives the houses more character, I think, and a lot of these houses did have little wreaths, which was so cute. I also like how the tiny library seemed to be standing in for, like, mailboxes. That is creative and adorable. You know I loved this island. I especially loved this setup with a little tent between the houses. I don't know, I can imagine super cute little play dates between the two residents, and I loved that. Also, a mini library. I was just so impressed by how much this creator was able to fit into each individual space. Even though it was super small, these are very compact yards, it all fits so nicely. This is a good idea if you're running out of space on your island, or you just want to make sure your houses don't take up too much of your terraforming space. This is a quick way to give them a lot of space, but also leave a ton of your island free. I know a lot of my island ends up going towards villager houses, but this is absolutely stunning. This island had a super icy theme, and so I thought it was super cool to see the area behind the neighborhood as well. Very frozen. It's just super cool in the winter. So I'm glad we could visit during the winter months. Everything was perfect. Here I was just stunned by how cohesive everything was. I went to see Poppy's house on this island because look at it. I mean, this little like plant shop setup is absolutely precious. I love it so much. I can just imagine Poppy, you know, sitting here vibing with all of the plants, with her little teapot. It's just so cute. And also the flower crowns. I don't know, this had such a homegrown vibe, and I just really loved that. And the flimsy watering can on the mush log, amazing. I also went behind the house, and look at this little resting area. This is so cute. I didn't want to veer too far off course from the house I was visiting, but I did walk around this area, and I just loved how the creator put everything together. It all looks so adorable. Everything just has such a unique and personal vibe. I loved it so much. The details here are just absolutely impeccable. As you all might know, I try to explore a big variety of themes when I do these videos, so our next island has just an enchanting, like, tropical rainforest vibe. It's called Rain Tree. I was obsessed with the fact that it was actually raining. I mean, that's such a cool detail to make sure you include in your dream address if you do have a theme like this. And I loved this island because it was an example of both, like, villagers being spread out, but also being in a neighborhood. It was like a less structured, less rigid version of the neighborhoods we've seen so far. You've got, you know, a set residential area, but the houses aren't in any sort of a grid pattern. I just thought that was cool to see. I loved how the creator incorporated all of the decor for the different villagers. It just turned out amazing, and this path was beautiful, especially in the rain. I don't know, I just had no critiques here. It was absolutely amazing. I am not ashamed to admit that this next island is my comfort island. Leanne has done such a beautiful job of creating a natural island, and that extends to the spaces she's created for her villagers. I mean, look at how calming and serene this is. Moonset as a whole is a very tranquil island, and I just know that these villagers are vibing because the island is amazing. In my humble opinion, this video so far has been just banger after banger, and this island is no exception. I was obsessed, once again, with the way this creator decorated. I think that is the biggest strength on this island. I mean, look how beautiful everything looks together. The planning, it was impeccable. I love the pathing. All of the colors match so well. I love that we're set in late autumn. Everything just looks impeccable. I mean, these houses are so cozy. You get a nice, like, cottagecore, foresty vibe, and I'm living for it. I mean, I don't know, this really feels like a residential area. It's also another good example of there being like a neighborhood vibe, but all of the houses are, you know, they're layered. It's not a grid system, they're just spread out. It looks super natural, like you're just weaving through the woods and you're finding these little cottages, these little houses. Also, very important, this is the first time I've encountered Henry, I think, unless I just wasn't paying attention, and Henry is my birthday twin, September 21st babies, but I was so happy to finally meet him. I've never had him in the game, and I don't know, I'm kind of tempted now to bring him to Antilia. Look how cute he is. So anyway, I was just excited about that. Next up, we go back to the snow. This video has been so full of ideas for Melba's house. I hope you leave here, if you have Melba, with just a ton of inspiration for decorating around her very cute house. And Daisy is another repeat villager we've seen. I love all of the love we've seen for her. I mean, her house is so easy to decorate for because of the muted colors, so love that. I also love the details here, the little cafe area, the water terraforming is just amazing. I thought this island was so well done. The pops of color just really come through, and I love seeing that because I really struggle to make color work. I also ran into Bones. Side note, I always feel like Lucky should be named Bones since he wears like the skeleton costume, so I always get confused when I talk to Bones and his name is Bones. But anyway, I love this super classy setup for him, this little library. He does look like a little scholar. Like, I know he's a lazy villager, but he do be looking like an academic. And then we have Bee. What a cutie. This area is also so fitting. I loved it. This little table, it was so cozy. But yeah, definitely thought that this was a great area for Bee, and I just loved this island too. Next up, I visited, I mean, I don't even know what to say. This is just incredible. Look how beautiful this terraforming is, the decorating, and you know, I realized that this house is Kiki's, and I don't have Kiki on Antilia. So you know I had to visit, I had to come say hello. This is my favorite villager in the whole game. She deserves the whole world. So I'm super glad that I could find her on this perfect island. I thought the decorating around her house was just super well done too. I was so happy to be here. Even if she ignores me and she's just a dream version of herself, I love her. Sorry, I should have made an emotional warning. Anyway, but look how cute this area is. It reminded me of Rudy's house on Lorien. But I just thought this was so beautiful. The backdrop of the trees, it was just so natural. For this next island, I literally felt like I was in a different game. Like, all of the colors made me feel like I was looking at a preset on my regular Switch, which was just so cool. I love the color of the trees here. This time of year is so beautiful. And again, I just wanted to share this idea of having the houses close together, but not necessarily organized or structured in a grid system. These houses, again, just naturally flow, and they look so beautiful. I love how many the creator was able to fit here. I mean, there are so many houses, and they all look cute. They all have their little personal areas. And don't even get me started on the land bridge to these little foresty homes. This was just such a perfect area. And Beau deserves that cake. I'm so happy that he has that. Again, let's just all admire this land bridge. I had to go back and look at it again. I just couldn't get over it. It's like the river is going beneath it. It's like you're walking over a river. So cool. So well done. Now we must journey forth, and I loved how many colors were in this next island. I thought it was so whimsical, and I love these houses right next to each other with the matching house styles. Super cute. I did a little bit of exploring, and I found these sunken waterfalls, which are gorgeous. The residents near here definitely get a view. And then I was looking at this, and look how unique this is. This little spot above the water. This is super adorable. Not gonna lie, I kind of end up just shoving Quilson because he won't get out of my way. I just want to apologize to anyone who likes Quilson, and to Quilson himself, I apologize. I'm so sorry. This island was so unique. I loved the different pathing styles, and it was just so beautiful. It was so well put together. The tropical but also foresty vibes were really cool. Do not be alarmed, but this is the final island we're visiting today for resident house inspiration. I just wanted to share one more super grid-like neighborhood setup because I know those can be super convenient if you're looking for a more compact way to give your villagers a nice home. It's totally doable. I love giving villagers huge spaces, but you don't have to do that for them to have gorgeous areas. I love the colors here. Everything just fits so well. I think one benefit for the grid structure is, especially at the beginning of the game, it's so much easier to walk in and check on who has DIYs they're crafting and things like that. It's so much easier to visit everyone when they're all together and look at the resident rep right here at the back. I love that this side of the island is sort of just dedicated to living space, and you can just walk down this lane to see who's home and who's not. The epitome of convenience. Thank you so much for watching today. I hope that you have inspiration going forward for all of your villager houses that you work on, and who knows, maybe I'll use some inspo from this video for my Antilia builds. I hope you all have a super lovely day, and while Peaches is asleep, I know that she would want to tell you all that she loves you, and she'll see you in the next video. And hopefully, so will I. I'll see you next time, guys. Bye!